this story has captivated the nation has many wondering, why not the same media attention when people of color go missing? Well, the answer actually has a name: missing white woman syndrome.
Your dog is here. Your dog is here.
Shut up. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, and thank you for joining me. So, I am an advocate of truth. Okay? I don't care the color of your skin. I don't really care about all that stuff like that, but at the same time, it's prevalent. Okay? It's there. Okay? I consider let's say if you're white and I'm black, okay, in the end we're still people. Now, if you take your skin color and try to use it to your benefit or try to throw it in people's face, then you just threw your skin color into the mix. Therefore, it's fair game. I'm gonna talk about that shit. Okay? You get me? If I see bullshit, I call bullshit out. That's the type of person I am. In this society right now, we are past the point of racism.
There is a class of colored people who make a business of keeping the troubles, the wrongs, and the hardships of the Negro race before the public. Some of these people do not want the Negro to lose his grievances because they do not want to lose their jobs. There is a certain class of race problem solvers who don't want the patient to get well. That was said by Booker T. Washington.
Okay, I get it. Our ancestors at some point throughout history were evil people. They did things, they hurt people, blah, blah, blah. We can go all the way back. It's always been done. The point is to not continue that trend. But see, these days, because nobody really have racism to complain about, they try to find racism to complain about.
The way this story has captivated the nation has many wondering, why not the same media attention when people of color go missing? Well, the answer actually has a name: missing white woman syndrome.
You ask any person of color, you ask a black man if they have that sort of privilege. Ask a poor white person.
Privilege.
No,
it's
hold on.
Right.
I know
okay.
that. I know, but most people don't know that. They're not treated that way by law enforcement. Even if you think that, cops are the good guys, yeah, many times they are. But many times they aren't, especially when it comes to people of color.
You get me? And what connects this racism or racist ideology is the fact that we can't change our skin color. Therefore, you always have something to point at.
I'm going to stop calling you a white man. Yeah. And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man.
Something goes wrong with a black person, it's racist. Okay? That's what they say. And they can say that because the difference between people is our skin color. That's the only thing you got. Morgan Freeman said it best. You want racism go away? Stop talking about it.
How are we going to get rid of racism? Stop talking about it.
You get me? And I know that don't make a lot of sense to some people, but it does. Because as long as we keep it on life support and we keep it going, then your kids are going to know about it. Your kids' kids are going to know about it. And your kids' kids is going to always see differences in the people that's around them, because you can't let something that happened in the past die.
You can't legislate. You understand this? You can't legislate love. You heard what I just said? You can't legislate love. You can change laws, but you can't legislate people into loving you. It takes time, and it depends upon what's going on in their home. You can change the law, but if you go home and teach your son how to hate every day, doesn't matter what law has been changed. Until you teach your son how to love, then the law is not going to change the way your son feels. That's exactly what happens in our film. Troy is miseducating Corey. He's telling him what he's not going to be able to do, and how the white man is going to hold his son. Now, all those things, which aren't even necessarily true. Maybe they were more true, or maybe that's the way he felt about it in his time. But You know, it's up to the adult. It's up to the Troy. It's up to you. It's up to me to change the message.
Okay. With that being said, Joy Reid is a racist. Now, I know a lot of people say, hey, black people can't be racist. That's a goddamn lie. Now, I don't believe in racists, but I do believe in prejudice. I do believe that there are a lot of prejudiced people out there, and a lot of them don't really like themselves. So to look at themselves, their accomplishment, to look at other people and their accomplishment, and to try their best to see something different between them is easy. That's what people do, especially when it comes to jealousy. People are very jealous out there, and I try to tell people all the time, people are people are people. It doesn't matter who you are. If I get 10 black people and put them in a room long enough, they will find differences between themselves enough to form a tribalistic society amongst the 10 people. 3, 3, 3. And then that odd guy over there who is so-called the town drunk, he'll be by himself type shit. Because that's what people do. We look at other people, we look at social media, we get jealous, and then we start screaming prejudice.
Why not the same media attention when people of color go missing?
You ask any person of color, you ask a black man if they have that sort of privilege.
Racism, ism, all this crap that really doesn't mean shit because we're all the same. Back to Joy Reid. This whole segment about her talking about the missing white girl syndrome. Okay, so people want to look for this white girl. So she's white. She's still a person. So I wish that look, let's say a black girl goes missing and nobody looks for her. So that means she didn't have no friends. Nobody cared enough to look for her. Who cares? You get what I'm saying? But if she had friends and shit, they can blast the shit on TV. They can find the shit. You get me? Same thing that the white people are doing and stuff like that. But see, we always find color. We always find a reason to say something. And like I said, people who want to keep racism going, they always bring it up. Joy Reid is a prime example of a modern day black racist. She is a racist. I don't even know how she's even on TV. Everything come out of her mouth is hypocritical. She talks about white people, you get me, like they're the racist, but in truth, she's the racist. You get what I'm saying? How are we getting these people on TV? She needs to be fired immediately. But let's keep going. Next on the list is Don Lemon. Don Lemon is a racist. You get what I'm saying? But the funny thing is that he's not really a racist. His husband is sleeping with him and he's gay and his husband is white. How can Don Lemon talk about racism in America and he's sleeping with the fucking enemy? What type of shit is that?
Do you think that race plays a part in wealth distribution, or either a mindset that you can't
Today?
or cannot? Yeah.
No.
You don't?
No, I don't. Hey, you and I, we're proof. Why would race have anything to do with it? Put your mind to what you want to do and go for that.
You get what I'm saying? And these are the people who keep it going because ratings are more important than the actual truth. I'm here to explain what truth is. Don Lemon is trying to keep hatred alive. Keep hatred alive. Joy Reid, keep hatred alive. Now, their mentor, Al Sharpton. Okay? First they get on TV and they broadcast the bullshit about the whole people at the border riding on horses, whooping Haitians with fucking whips and shit like that. Okay, we already figured out that that's a damn lie. You get me? But the mainstream media, racists like Joy Reid, racists like Don Lemon, they want to keep it going.
There is a class of colored people who make a business of keeping the troubles, the wrongs, and the hardships of the Negro race before the public. Some of these people do not want the Negro to lose his grievances because they do not want to lose their jobs.
Then you have the big kahuna, the big ahuna, whatever you call it. I don't know what it is. Ahuna, whatever. The big racist in charge. A racist that's a throwback from a true era of racism. A man who, if he was sincere about his activism, then he understands that this time period is nothing like that time period. You get what I'm saying? That time period he was born in, that was a very bad era. And he's old enough to understand this. This is Al Sharpton. But Al Sharpton doesn't want to let racism die. He needs it. He feeds off of it. It gives him publicity. So while the mainstream media is screaming about what's happening the border down there in Texas, you get what I'm saying? Al Sharpton, a light goes over his head. He needs to go down there to spew more hatred, to spew more racism. So we finna listen and see what happens when Al Sharpton goes down there to Del Rio. Let's check this out.
Mr. Sharpton, why have you not been an advocate for the children that are being trafficked at the border right now, or all of the kids that are being brought over that have been drugged or sedated coming into the country, where up to 40% of the kids that have come across the border have gone missing? Racist Nazis in Del Rio. You're a disgrace. You're a racist. Nobody wants you in Texas. Supporting cartels is a disgrace. Why are you not supporting cartels? Is a disgrace. We denounce your racism and your hatred. Get out of Texas. The American people. Get out of Texas. The American people. Be here for the American people.
I like that. I like that. And I'm glad people are calling him on his bullshit. Nobody needs Al Sharpton bitch ass down there at the border. Who the fuck are you? You are no fucking body. I get it. You're a politician. You get what I'm saying? You're fighting for freedom. Man, shut the fuck up, Al Sharpton. Look, Al Sharpton is a race hustler. Anybody who listens to him is either blind or dumb. Blind or dumb. There is no way around that. There is no way around that. Al Sharpton is a racist. Like I said, he was around when they used to sick dogs on people. He was born when Rosa Parks. He saw Martin Luther King. You get what I'm saying? Malcolm X. He saw these people, and yet he still runs down to the border in 2021 like the world is against black people. You get me? So when he leaves, he jumps into his SUV, his expensive car. He has his butler to open up his door for him to help his old wrinkled ass up in there and stuff like that. Does that look like a person that is going through any racial trauma in America? It doesn't. It don't. You get what I'm saying? But yet he will get on the news on MSNBC and CNN, and I guarantee they will have something to say about this video on the news. Mark my words. You get me? They will try their best to try to say that this white guy confronted this black guy. You get me? And it was racist tension down there. No. I want you, the audience that sees this video, to understand there's nothing racism about that. There's no racism in that. No, that's just people tired of being called something that they're not. You get what I'm saying? Look, we're past that whole racist shit, man. It's 2021. Okay, 2021. Black people can do anything that anybody else can do. And if people keep telling y'all something different, those people are fucking liars. Joy Reid is a fucking liar. Don Lemon is a fucking liar. Al Sharpton should be fucking gone. He should be somewhere in a fucking insane asylum somewhere, because that's what he's probably gonna be screaming for the rest of his life. He probably traumatized. Al Sharpton's probably traumatized. Every time he wake up in the morning, he see racism everywhere. He look in his mirror and get pissed off at his mirror because his mirror showed him somebody black, and he think his mirror is talking about him or something. He's that type of guy. You get me? He probably wouldn't know how to not see racism if he tried. You get me? His glasses are filled with racist intent. You get me? I don't even know if that makes sense. I like how it sounds, though. His glasses are filled with racial intent. That's nice. That's a nice sentiment, don't you think? Anyway, bye.